settle in, settle into your body, settle into this position. Feel free to move around if you need to. Do a quick check-in. Just noticing how you feel physically, mentally, and emotionally. As well as how you feel energetically. So this practice is meant to be more on the calming side. But within that, it does have some things that are a little more energizing, but in a healthy way. So it might not energize you to want to go run, you know, several miles around the block. If you're like me, you're never that energized. But it energizes you more mentally so that you have a little gumption, but you're still calm. Hopefully you'll experience that and that'll make a little more sense. But just notice how you feel. And then what we're going to do is Ujjayi Pranayama. Now, with that said, let go of what you think Ujjayi is if you've done it with me before. It's possible you've done it in this way, but we're going to do a very, very calm Ujjayi. All I want you to do is continue with your natural breath and simply close the muscles of your throat. Now I'm going to explain how to do that. If you're familiar with Ujjayi, you might be able to do that on your own, so you can start it whenever you want. Just be sure to only close the muscles of your throat. Don't use neck muscles to help. And if you know that you use neck muscles, don't do it. Hum instead. Do the humming breath we do sometimes. Or if you notice your neck starting to tense up, stop it and hum. Also, I didn't ask y'all this beforehand, so if you're on immunosuppressants of any kind, I don't remember y'all being, but if you are, then don't do this breath. Instead, hum. Now I'm going to explain how to close the muscles of the throat in case you're not familiar. So it's kind of like when you fog up a mirror, or the muscles you use to whisper or to clear your throat. Just those little muscles deep in the throat. See if you can find how to contract those. Maybe you fog up your imaginary mirror for a moment, but then once you find those muscles, close the mouth and try to keep those muscles contracted through the breath in and the breath out. When you're learning, it might make you snore a little bit. That's okay. And the big difference here in other styles of yoga sometimes is I want it to be very gentle. So still your natural breath, not forceful, just simply closing off those muscles. So you should be able to hear your breath. It should sound a little bit like the ocean. But if we were in class together, maybe the person next to you would hear it, but no one else. So sometimes in more like vigorous styles of yoga, they do this with the asana and it's louder and more forceful. But for this practice, it's very gentle and very quiet. You can hear it with your inner ear, which is right next to the throat. But it's just loud enough to hear it. And this is a calming breath in and of itself. But the addition of hearing the breath, hearing that gentle ocean sound, adds another element. It helps relax the nervous system. It tells your brain that it's okay to relax. This breath can be a useful tool for helping chronic pain, insomnia, among other things. It's a very useful breath. Most of the healing in yoga, the deeper healing, not the physical healing, but the deeper healing that can be done comes from the pranayama practices. That's where the magic happens. So we've done this for a few minutes. I'm going to be quiet for about a minute and let you just fully experience this breath. After your next breath out, relax the muscles of the throat. Continue to breathe in the same natural rhythm that you have been, but simply relax the muscles of the throat.